Good afternoon. It is Monday, and it is that fabulous time when I need you to come wig with me for a little bit. So this afternoon, I am super excited to tell you about a very special guest that we have who's going to join us in just a few minutes. And first of all, I just want to say welcome to René Paris. And I want to just remind you that we are celebrating a very special month. I know it's not easy for a lot of women that I've been talking to, but please know that we are with you and we believe that you are beautiful with or without hair. So before we get started, I want to just tell you a little bit about Laura. She's going to join us in just a few seconds. Hi.
Hi.
You, Laura.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I am super excited to have you with us today. First of all, I want to say thank you for being so brave and courageous and sharing your story with us, because no matter whether we're watching this today, in a month, in a couple months, in a year, you're going to help someone. And I just want to say thank you in advance for that, because it is very, very important information.
Thanks for having me.
So Laura, so you want to share with me how we came to meet, and if you have anything you'd like to share, please.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously connected through René Paris. And I just randomly found them on Instagram from a very beautiful, lovely violet wig that somebody had posted that they got from them. I was recently, in the last couple weeks, just diagnosed with stage 3 triple negative breast cancer. I'm about to start my journey. I go for my port tomorrow, chemo next week. So it's all still very new, kind of overwhelming, but I'm ready to, just kick butt on this journey, and definitely being able to kind of have a wig to prepare myself for my hair loss is going to be a big benefit for sure. And hopefully y'all are not hearing my kids screaming in the background.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't mind. So you want to tell us a little bit about the wig that you received?
Yeah, definitely. I got the Kayla. Let's see if you can see it. It's real pretty.
Beautiful piece.
It is. I mean, it's really pretty, and I like this one because it was very similar to my current hairstyle.
Okay.
And they suggested this one from the Amore Collection because it was specifically for people who are going to have medical hair loss. But this is the first wig that I've ever had, so I definitely am a newbie, and I need all the tips and tricks you got. I mean, like, best way to put it on. Do I need to wear something under it? Just the whole thing. So.
Okay. So before we get started, for those of you that are maybe new to René Paris, she is holding Kayla in what color, please?
This one was caramel brown, and so it has these really pretty highlights, which I don't have, which I love though. I don't ever do anything special with my hair, so I love that little kind of added feature that's got the highlights. Sure.
And if you don't mind, will you turn that inside out for me so we can see the foundation?
Yeah. So
for those of you that are not familiar with the medical wigs that we do carry, this is a beautiful piece. This is like the luxury cap. This is a beautiful foundation. And I encourage you to go to YouTube and to Instagram to see Abby. She's my social sister, I like to call her. She has videos where she shares how she's used these foundations, all these beautiful wigs, and how she hasn't really experienced any discomfort. So I say that because this is going to be a question that Laura had. Is this going to be comfortable for me? What do I put underneath? And I'm gonna address all of those questions in just a minute. But I do encourage anyone who is looking for a piece to go to reneparis.com and look at all the different collections. And for medical use, look under the Amore Collection, because this is just one of many beautiful styles that we carry. And I can't tell you how amazing the fabrics are and how they're designed for comfort and for a luxury fit that's affordable. So with that, I'm going to start off with your first question. How do I secure this, and do I wear anything underneath? So I know this is also available in other tutorial videos at YouTube and Instagram, but I would love to go over this with you because I can't tell you, Laura, how many times I get asked this question in a day's time. So this is what we call a wig cap and a wig liner.
Okay.
This is from René Paris. This is a wig cap. This is a nylon type, and this is what I like to call a fishnet.
Okay.
That's the easiest way for me to remember it, but this is what it looks like.
Okay.
They come in different colors. They're stretchy material. And what I like about this particular design is because of the fishnet design, you can put bobby pins to secure it.
Okay.
This particular piece that you're using, that you have though, I wouldn't put bobby pins in.
Okay.
But you can wear this underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And let me show you, just so you'll know the difference in the caps, because this is very, very important. Machine made is going to look like this.
Right. Okay.
So there
Very
are
different.
areas in the cap design where you could put bobby pins.
Right.
But because the Kayla is designed so delicately but beautiful, it's beautifully designed. This is, again, such a luxurious cap. You don't want to put pins through this.
Right. Right.
But once you try this on, you'll see how with the adjustments in the back, how comfortable it is. And I know right now it's gonna fit and feel one way,
Mm-hmm.
and as you do lose hair, it's gonna feel different. Not entirely different, but it will feel different. And the adjustments in the back are gonna be there so that you can take those up.
Yeah, I did see that there in the back that you can kind of adjust it.
They're going to be back here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
like
this particular piece has Velcro. Like you just pull these up right here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And bring these towards the center.
Okay.
On each side, and this is going to make it smaller.
Okay.
And if you feel like you need to loosen it up a little bit, you do the same thing but going inward.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want, we can try this on. If you have, okay. So let me try this on with you.
Okay. And you'll show me the best way to put it on because I just don't even know the best way.
I'm going to show you the easiest way. I've been wearing a wig for about 20 years. As you see, I'm just wearing a liner as well.
Okay.
And what I do, instead of, a lot of times we don't know, we kind of roll this back. We don't know how to put it on. We kind of do this. Mm-hmm. And the easiest way to do this is, I'm going to turn this upside down.
Okay.
So this is the back of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm holding it at the tabs.
Okay. Okay.
I'm holding it right here because if you hold it any lower, it kind of folds under like this.
Okay.
You don't want that to happen. So we're just going to put it, I'm going to hold it here. Then I'm going to place it at the forehead, on my forehead. And I'm just going to go back with it.
Okay. Okay, we'll see what I can do here.
That's okay.
And so I did it wrong the other day because I didn't have it parted right.
Okay, so when you have it on, you want to pull it back to what is about your natural hairline, and it's usually about 4 fingers above the bridge of your nose.
4 fingers above the bridge.
And that's right now you do have hair, but like if you do experience complete hair loss and you kind of sometimes don't know exactly where to place it, that's a good guide.
Okay.
Now we have 2 ear tabs, what we like to call ear tabs, and these have a tiny piece of bendable wire, and it's not uncomfortable. You can tell it's just very soft wire, but it's there to help.
Okay. Yeah. To pull it down.
And you want to pull those down in this area.
Okay.
They don't always come far down. They don't always completely cover our hairline. Everyone's hairline grows differently.
Right.
So you do want to have them, and you want to have them symmetrical. Okay. But I was going to show you a little trick. Sometimes I part it in the middle, and sometimes I want a deeper part on the side here. So I kind of just shift it, and as long as it's not uncomfortable.
Okay, so you can kind of adjust where the part is.
Yes, you can adjust it. So I like I know it usually lines up with the point of the eyebrow, but I like a deep part. And as you can see, once you have it on, it's not uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's definitely not. And you know, like I said, it's got a very pretty part currently. I almost hate to.
So I
to,
was
like,
going to tell you something about that part. A lot of times when the part comes in, if you'll do your, will you show that again? It's kind of crisscrossed. Okay, so that's the way it comes in when it's out of the box.
Okay.
But what you want to do is you want to just take your, drop my glasses. You just want to take a wide tooth comb.
Okay.
And you want to comb through that.
Okay, so you kind of undo that then.
Yes.
Basically, undo it.
You undo it and see how you see more of the skin color here. I love that you left the part the way it is, but actually there's a feature here. This is lace. This is what's beautiful about the cap. The cap is hand woven. So when you part that and comb through it, if you want to do that now, great. If you don't, that's okay. I know you like.
I don't have I have curly hair, so I very rarely, naturally curly hair, so I very rarely comb or brush my hair, so I don't have a wide tooth comb, so I don't want to do it right this second. But I see what you're saying now, because I did notice like the front part of the cap here is lace. Yes. It's not like the back, so I do see what you're saying. So I could part it however I wanted. So if I don't, I don't have to keep, I'm not committed to this part right here, it doesn't have to be, exact every time, for sure.
Yes. And then the other thing that's very, very important about one of these styles is a lot of times if it's machine made, we can kind of just grab it anywhere. But with this piece, I always grab back here.
Okay.
And I lift.
Okay.
I have this adjusted too small, but you want to lift and you want to be very delicate when you're taking it off, because this is lace.
Right.
And we're a little too aggressive. It'll, there's a possibility. I've never done that, but you want to just
but that part you want to be the most careful with.
Yes.
With that lace.
You can grab it on the sides here to remove it.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I was also going to show you, once you have your cap on like this. Sorry, let me readjust this. I have pins in it because my bio hair is a little bit longer, and but I do have to pin it where I don't have hair. But the most important thing is that when you do have a cap like this, and then you put the wig on, the texture from the fabric and the foundation really do hold together.
Okay.
So it helps keep it in place. You don't necessarily, I would highly suggest for you to try them on without any kind of pins or anything, because usually just the wig cap with the wig are going to be sufficient. Okay. Let me put this back on. So I don't ever, I'm pretty well known for not ever pinning my wig. And I also wanted to go over another question that you had, which is very, very important. Do you?
Well, I'd heard, and again, I don't know, but I went to a local wig shop and they were like, oh, that lace in the front is so that you can glue it down. And I was like, glue it down? Okay, I guess that makes sense, but it just seemed kind of crazy. So
okay,
yeah,
so let me just go that. And I know every individual's different. There may be someone who's wearing it for fashion who may not have any kind of issue with any kind of adhesive that they're using. Right. But I would highly suggest for you not to use any kind of glue or tape. Okay. Because your skin may become sensitive. And as a volunteer working with women who are undergoing cancer treatment for years, it's very, very important not to break skin. So you want to make sure that when they're trimming your hair, anything that you're doing to your scalp, you want to be very careful that you don't break skin. Okay. So that's why we don't advise to use any kind of glues or tapes, because when you remove it, if the solvent doesn't work, then we could have a problem. Okay. That's not for everyone. Everyone's circumstance for wearing a wig is different, but I've never worn glue. And the thing about the wigs at René Paris are they're not designed to wear with glue. These are designed to fit very nicely with the adjustments and then the way the pieces are designed to begin with.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
So,
and honestly, you know, I mean, I don't have it pinned or, you know, I've got my hair underneath there. I don't have the cap on, like you're saying. I mean, I don't feel like it's going to come off. I mean, it's, you know, it's pretty comfortable. So
good. And I have someone saying here, I've worn them for fashion and they've never used glue either.
okay.
So,
Okay. Good
and
to
I know
know.
a lot of times we have people that may not have necessarily worn a wig and they're kind of guiding us as to what to do. But that also reminds me that if you're in an area where you don't know where to go and you do not want to purchase something online, make sure that you go to reneeparis.com. You can enter your zip code in the locator and they can help you find someone who is open right now, who can help you, whether it's virtually through FaceTime. They can help you with some of these needs, and they can help you if they're open and available to take appointments right now in your area. Please use that service. It's very, very important. The other question I have here is, how do I secure my wig? Okay, so in the event that you wanted to secure it, like let's just say you wanted to add a bobby pin somewhere, that you have to be very, very careful with this particular design. But if you wanted to, you could grab back here where you don't have lace or you don't have, and let me show you where that is on this particular wig. I would never put pins on any of the top of it.
Okay.
But say, for instance, down here,
Okay.
even down here in the back, like even in the back with fabric, if you just wanted to put a couple pins here,
right,
really, you don't need it.
Okay.
You really don't need it with this design.
Okay.
I mean, this is, I kid you not, this is like such a luxury type cap that you shouldn't need anything at all.
Okay.
But the one thing I don't want you to do is use any kind of glue.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you store it? How do you store a wig? Okay, so if you're not wearing the wig, you can, if you're not going to wear it like for a period of time, you can put it back in the box.
Okay.
But you don't want to, I always just kind of fold it back.
Okay.
What I would suggest though, before you put it back in the box, is definitely take any kind of, if it has any kind of, you know, like loose tangles here, just kind of take it
Comb
and comb with your fingers first. And then I usually lay the piece down like this.
Okay.
And do it and hold it in a section. And all this information, we do have a tutorial on YouTube, so make sure you look for those.
Okay.
I wouldn't suggest holding it here and doing this.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to just lay it on something, take it in sections, and kind of just
hold it, so like hold it kind of as, and then just kind of go down. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
And then whenever you're, say for instance, you don't have a wig head, you don't have a wig form, that's okay. Find something that's tall enough to put it on. Now, if you can find those right now, great. You can get a wig stand. Doesn't necessarily have to be a wig head to put it on.
Okay.
And then keep it and put it, and wherever you're, if it's a shelf, just make sure that the hair isn't crimped or bended like this.
Okay.
You want to make sure that if it's on a shelf, it's laying. Here's a shelf and it's not buckled or crimped, or it's hanging over the edge.
Okay.
And if you're not going to wear it for, you know, a period of time and you feel like it's, where I live, it's super dusty. We have dust here all the time. So I just put a scarf over it.
Okay. That's a good idea.
So it's protected.
Yeah.
Tissue paper's fine. But that's probably the best way to store it if you don't want to put it back in the box.
Okay. Got you. Yeah, so I mean, so like if you wanted to kind of comb through it, or if you're going to do any kind of styling, that wide tooth comb you showed is the best?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just a wide tooth comb.
Okay, perfect.
And don't be afraid to wear hair accessories. If you'll look at some of my Instagram videos on René Paris or at Texas Wig Fairy, I do a lot of styling with headbands, head clips. I mean, I've had to wear one for so long that I'm pretty savvy about wearing, putting it up in a ponytail. And we'll have additional lives in the future where I'm doing different looks. And then please make sure to look for Abby
Okay.
And for Alexander, because they're excellent at what they do as well, and they come from different perspectives. So don't, you know, you can play with it, you can pull it to the side, braid it, use hair clips, headbands. The only thing that damages a synthetic piece is going to be direct heat. This is not heat friendly, so no curling irons, blow dryers, excuse me, anything like that. If you're cooking, and I always share this because we're getting to the holiday season.
Yeah.
If you're cooking, you want to make sure that you open the oven door first and let that hot burst of air out, and then you can get out whatever you're getting.
Yeah, that's a good tip, because I hadn't thought of that, and I have opened the oven and thought just naturally it's just kind of hot sometimes, so that's true. Wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, that's very, very, because it's not gonna, it's just gonna singe in the front, but it's something it's worth repeating over and over, because especially we're getting into that time of holidays, and we want to make sure that we don't damage anything. Same thing if you're out using any kind of grill. If you're steaming, same thing. You want to open the lid first, let the steam out, and then you'll be fine.
Okay.
But any other questions that you can think of?
So we talked about the glue, talked about what goes underneath it.
Maintenance.
Yeah, so like, do I wash it?
So let me go over maintenance, because this is very, very important as well. If you do not wear a piece, if you don't wear your crown, I call them crowns, every single day, meaning like a full 8 hours. If you're just kind of wearing it a few hours here, a few hours there, and it doesn't look like it needs to be shampooed. And I know this sounds kind of strange, but it's kind of like a sweater. I kind of just get it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't really smell like it needs to be shampooed, I don't shampoo it. You want to wear it at least 15 full wearings before you even consider shampooing it.
Okay.
And it is important to use product for synthetic hair.
Okay.
Especially something as nice as this, because the products are designed differently. The hair products, like the René Paris products, are designed differently. They don't have any kind of they're not going to damage synthetic hair.
Right. It's more of a cleansing than a soap. I'm
yes. And you want to use lukewarm water in a basin. And we do have a tutorial for that too on the YouTube channel. I know for sure we have pretty much everything we've gone over, but it's so important. I can't thank you, because I do get asked these questions on a very regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who's never thought about wearing one, you know, like maybe at Halloween, I want to take good care of it, you know, because it is so pretty. I mean, I'm not worried about heat styling, because I don't know if you can tell, but I mean, it's got really pretty natural wave to it, and so and like I said, it's not natural hair. I don't have the highlights, but I really like that detail, because it's just kind of fun, and you know, everybody I've shown it said that, you know, it looks very natural, and you know, they wouldn't have known. So
yes, it looks great. The color is beautiful.
Yeah, the dark color is pretty close to my natural hair color. So
yes, it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me finish the shampooing.
Okay.
So you put in a basin of water with lukewarm water. I usually let mine set for maybe 15 minutes, and that's to just kind of loosen up any kind of body oil, anything that may have settled on the fibers. Sometimes we have makeup transfer.
Right.
So you just want to let all that kind of loosen up. You rinse it, and you don't want to squeeze it, twist it or twist it. You want to just squeeze all the water out, and I kind of just let me see if I
can. You put the whole thing, including the cap, everything goes in the water for 15
all of it, and you do not shampoo it on.
Right.
And I know that sounds silly, but you would think that you could possibly do that, but you do not want to shampoo it on your body.
Right. Okay.
So you twist. You don't twist it or wring it. You just want to squeeze all the water out, and then I hold it again very gently. I'm laying it on the counter just to kind of comb through it so that it doesn't have tangles. Then you can use the product that's called Revive, and that's just to condition it.
Okay.
Don't oversaturate it. This is just something that you want to lightly use on the ends, and you let it dry into the fiber. You don't rinse it out.
Okay.
So then if you like a part, I always kind of do my parts over when they're drying, If not, you don't necessarily have to do that. But if you definitely want it to part, I part it. And again, wide tooth comb's fine. If you don't have a wide tooth comb, use your fingers.
Okay.
And then you want to put it back on something tall enough to dry.
Okay.
And let it completely air dry.
Okay.
And it does take, you know, it does take a couple hours, a few hours for it to dry. So if you need it by the next morning, just kind of keep that in mind. As it gets colder, keep that in mind because, you know, if it's colder in the area where you live, it might take a little bit longer. And again, I would never wash it in a washer. Don't put it in a dryer. And I say those things because I've seen them happen. So I'm
sure.
Since you've never done this before, I would rather just be really, I mean, across the board about everything because I've seen these things happen. You know, I had someone put in the washer, put it in the dryer, and of course she had a different look.
Yeah, that would not.
But okay, so that's care. Can you think of anything else?
I think that was, yeah, I wrote down, you said the 15 washes because I want to make sure that I got that. So I think that, because we talked about the glue, and the accessory underneath, storage, maintenance, the comb, the fact that I can part it and style it. I think that was pretty much all that I had. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I certainly appreciate, Laura, again, you sharing. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we say goodbye today?
Well, I just want to encourage everybody, since it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I was diagnosed right at the end of last month. So coming into this month, it is a little bit different for me being now having breast cancer, and especially since I haven't even started treatment. You know, I actually was sick with COVID when I found my lump. And I know that a lot of women are putting off their mammograms. They're thinking, oh, I can wait and go next month. Maybe things will be better at the doctor, or I don't want to go into the, you know, the doctor right now because of COVID. But you have to take these things seriously. I always thought monthly checks were silly. You know, I didn't know what I was looking for. And if you could feel my lump, you would know that something's not right. So just, you know, I went the same day, even with, you know, still recovering from COVID. And it happens very quickly and it can be scary, but early detection and early treatment is so, so important. So just remind all the women and men, because everybody keeps reminding me, this affects men too. So just, you know, try to do your best to see if you can check if you feel anything that doesn't feel right. And believe me, you would know. Like, it's not, oh, is that something? No, it's something for sure. And it hurts. Mine hurt. So just go get it checked. Go to your doctor regularly. Try to stay on top of it and try to encourage all the women, especially in your family and friends, to do the same. So we can have positive outcomes and just,
yeah.
You know.
Okay, Laura. Well, thank you again. Thank you again. And like I said, I know whether someone's watching today or in a couple months or next year and they see this, you're definitely you're gonna help a lot of women with this information, a lot of women and men and teenagers. I always share that, you know, we're there for whoever we can help. And again, you're beautiful with or without hair.
Thank you.
So thank you. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye. Enjoy your look.
Thanks.
Okay, so I just want to remind you, if you don't mind, again, thank you for those of you thank you for joining us today at René Paris. For those of you that are vendors and for those of you that are end users, I just want to thank you. And I wanted to answer really quickly. I did have a question. Do you use a wig cap whether or not you've had complete hair loss? A wig cap is nice whether you have hair loss or not, because this is like a protection. It creates like a little protection. It protects your skin. It protects the hair that you do have. It also is great for if you feel like you perspire more. It's going to hold body oils. It holds sweat. You can just shampoo these and let them completely air dry. So again, if I know there's a lot of accessories out there, every accessory is different. Not every accessory is for every individual. This is what I choose to wear just because it's been the most comfortable for me, and they're available in different colors. But again, if you are needing someone to help you make that selection and you want someone to help you in boutique, meaning in person, if it's available in your area, please, I can't encourage you There's so many wonderful people that do this across the United States. Please go to the reneeparis.com, enter your zip code, use the locator to help you find someone in your area. This is so important because we have such amazing people that can provide you with the full service consultation to find the wig that you're needing for whatever needs you're needing the wig. There's so many different reasons why we experience hair loss, but I want to thank Laura today because there's just so many people. I've had so many calls on a daily basis, emails, private messages, asking the same questions. So I know that she answered a lot of good questions today. Please remember to follow us, like us, make sure you go to view the wonderful tutorials, educational videos that we have on YouTube, excuse me, and here on Instagram. Make sure you look for Abby and for Alexander because they are just fabulous at what they do too. You guys have a good afternoon, and I will see you next Monday. And remember to live big in your ROP wig. We'll see you.